Welcome back. I can't believe it's already December. I completely forgot that I have to film my what I made in November video. It is December 2nd today, and I was going to write down what I made in my little notebook of where I keep track of things for the day, like what I made today, and I was like, oh shit, it's December, it's no longer November. So I gathered everything and I'm going to show you everything that I made last month in November. I feel like I made like a lot of stuff actually. Maybe not, maybe it's just like the same amount I usually do. But there's like 13 items on this list. So let's just like get right into it. So I'm just gonna like start from like how I threw everything on the bed, not in like any order. But I did finally make these pants. These like 70s little flared pants. So dang cute. I'll put a photo of me wearing them. Yeah. I ended up making them like way too low rise at first, so I ended up adding this like little back like panel, and I kind of like love how it looks as like an extra like little back panel thing. And I just did like zipper closure, and they're just like flared and like a little baggy, like tight on the thighs and like baggy at the ends. And yeah, I'm in love with this pattern. If you guys saw the dress that I made out of this pattern, I made like during the summertime, I had found this 60s, 70s fabric in a vintage store upstate. And it was like, I think like 3 yards for like 20 bucks or something like that. For like fabric from this time period, I feel like that's really not that bad. Price wise, and I still have more fabric, so I could still make like maybe I can make like a tiny little top to match these pants, but I'm probably gonna end up just using them for like patchwork type of things. But yeah, now I have my dress and the pants and I love them. Okay, and then I'm gonna just do like random, not like how I usually do clothes first and then art. I'm just gonna like flip flop. So I ended up finding these little tea light holders in the thrift store one day. They're just like ceramic, I think they're ceramic. No, they're like that like brown clay. Well, were, and obviously I painted them. I'll also like put like a little photo and video because I don't know why it's like not that great to see right now, but I painted them all funky. This is the turtle. And originally I was going to paint these for sale, but I ended up keeping them because it just kind of like matches our area perfectly, and I feel a little attached right now. Also, they weren't like done in time for my show that I had, so I was like, maybe it's meant for me to keep them around for a little longer. But yeah, you can see like inside that like clay stuff. That's what it was made of, and I found them in like one of those bags in the thrift store for like $3. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm totally gonna get these and paint them. And yeah, I just added like a third eye. The turtle is like space themed. He's got like little swirly tats. And then the frog is just like a neon hypnotized froggy with like some swirly tribally tattoos and stars on his legs. And then I made his like lily pad, like all rainbowy. He also has his third eye in the back, and then he has a big swirl on his booty. And yeah, I like love how these came out so much. They kind of look like candy. Like I want to just like eat them. Yeah, and those obviously glow in the black light, as you can tell. They're just like glowing already. Okay, and then I went and took myself upstate on the train the other day because like I really wanted to go visit this town up there. And they had like a little flea market going around, and they had this like these sun and moon charms were on like a little like blue string. And the lady like was selling it for like $5 for like both of them. So I guess like $2.50 each, right? Yeah, so I got those, and then I just put them on like some chain and added these like little disco-y beads. And yeah, I made myself a cute little sun and moon necklace. I just thought they were like perfect. And I'll show a picture of how I styled it. I think I have a photo of the outfit. But yeah, I just love this. Look at the little dragon on the moon. So cute. Okay, then you would see this in my last video if you watched it. I kind of like brought you guys along on like how I made it, but yeah, I made this little camo mini skirt. I used to have a camo mini skirt like years ago, and I ended up giving it away because I had cut it way too short that I just like wasn't able to wear it anymore. Like my ass was out. It was just not the vibes. Yeah, so I made this out of like a pair of cargo pants someone gave me, and then I have like all these little cross embellishments that I just glued on, and some ribbons. And this was like pretty much completely upcycled. Even this lace was upcycled from a pair of shorts. That camo design was from like my sister-in-law's t-shirt. The ribbons I think were from like my niece's birthday party one year, and the crosses were from my baptism, my christening. So yeah, super old. The only thing I guess that's new is this lace, because this is just like my lace fabric that I just have on stock always, because you always need white lace. But yeah, I like love how this came out. It's so cute. I will put a photo right here of how I wore it. I just love like baby pink and camo together. And I'm so happy that I have a camo skirt again, because I've been missing that for quite a while. And once like someone gave me a camo like cargo pants, I was like, oh yes, I could finally make my skirt again, because that's how I made the other ones too. I think I made them out of like army, like actual army shorts. So like that one was a little bit cooler because it was like actual army material. I think this girl's pants were probably from like Fashion Nova or something, but I mean, better me upcycling it into something and wearing it than it falling into the landfill of clothes. But yeah, I also made this little ornament, which I'm super happy about. I wanted to make like a bunch more and sell them, but not that many people are interested, which like I kind of understand why, because like it's, you kind of just like don't want to spend a lot of money for an ornament, but you can also just like hang this in your car, I feel like. But yeah, super freaking cool. They had these like wooden ornaments at Walmart. My mom had got me one, and it was just like plain wood with like weird green leaves on it. So I pretty much just like sanded it down and then painted white and then put all like the neon stuff over it. And this is just how it came out. Also, I put rhinestones to give it more of like a blingy effect. I still have to coat this in like the shiny stuff that you see on the frog and turtle. I just like didn't ever do it. I just kind of forgot when I was waiting for it to dry. But yeah, and then I did like a swirly effect on the bottom and in here. Also glows in the black light. Very obvious, like everything I fucking make does. Yeah, I love this thing. Like anything like neon paint, I just like, it looks so tasty. Like it looks like candy. And then I also did this like little fairy drawing. This one, you guys already saw this one from the other month, but here's a little drawing that I randomly did. She kind of looks like Miley Cyrus a little bit, I feel like. But yeah, here's my little fairy purple ink drawing. And I was just like thinking the other day, I was like, I feel like I haven't drawn in like a really long time, but I guess I did do one drawing this month. I feel like my drawing gets kind of like pushed back sometimes when I'm like in full paint mode. I kind of like forget to like draw, just like, you know, doodle and whatnot. But we did finish 2 paintings this month, so that's pretty sick. So let me show you the wreath that I made, because it's so fun. This is the Christmas wreath that I made. As you know, the month before I had my October wreath that I made. I like these type of wreaths way better, just like because you get to paint them rather than like the you know, like tree looking ones. I don't know what you would call it, but obviously I like the wooden panels because you get to paint it. Duh, I paint. So of course I went with a Nightmare Before Christmas theme wreath because I also had these little earrings that I was getting rid of, and lately, like the stuff that I've been getting rid of that hasn't been selling on Depop, I've been trying to like find ways to like repurpose it and just put it into like something else, you know, because it's just like sitting on Depop like with no views, and um I just like don't feel like donating it. So I'm like, I could probably make use of it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I did with this. It also lights up. And then the other earring I ended up turning into an ornament. So yeah, super freaking cute. I just painted Jack on like a pile of mushrooms, Amanita muscaria mushrooms, obviously, because it's the Christmas shroom, and his little ghosty dog, and a beautiful tree, which was actually like so hard to paint. I was like really struggling with the Christmas tree, but I think it came out pretty cute for my first time painting a tree. I wish you guys can like see the sparkles. I guess you kind of sort of can. Oh yeah, there you go. You see them twinkling. I did like put like a shit ton of glitter all over the sky. Did some rhinestone embellishments, and then the snow, I put these like little star sparkles in there, as you can see, and then like gold foil, not foil, but like shimmery gold paint for like the wrapping paper. And he's just like sipping on some hot chocolate in his little Sandy Claus outfit, living a Christmas dream. But yeah, this goes on the front of our door. And yeah, so cute. Okay, and for the next painting, I finished our engagement painting, finally. This painting took like forever to finish just because I kept like stepping back from it and then coming back to it, but I finally finished it. I think I was working on it since the beginning of October. I just like kept putting it down and like coming back to it because surprisingly, this is like kind of like a hard like landscape to do because it's like so rocky and like mossy that it kind of feels like nothing's going on in it, and it's kind of hard to like, I guess, figure out like what details to put in it to make it like pop without like taking away from like what it actually is. But I finally figured out after like doodling on the drawing on my iPad, which I ended up like doing some colorful highlights on the rocks to like kind of pop, make those pop and like bring them out, and then adding these wildflowers that we actually saw on the trail. This is Catterskills Falls, by the way, upstate, which is like my favorite spot in New York for like seeing a waterfall, because you can also swim in here. But yeah, so we saw these like little pink and purpley flowers on the trail, like in the bushes, just like wildly growing. And yeah, there's me and Joey sitting here. This is where he proposed, literally, except we were kind of like in the water, but I couldn't like really paint that. So this is like the after effect of it, I guess. And I tried to like do the sun as my ring, which like, let me just like show you. Okay, so here is my ring with the sun. I think I did a pretty goddamn good job on emulating its like vibes onto the painting. Do you think? Don't you think? Yeah, so obviously it's an opal with like diamonds around it, so I tried to like do the same thing here with like rhinestones. And yeah, this is it. I love this so much. It's so good, and part of it glows in the black light, which is fun. So like the heart here glows in the black light, and there's like some like orbs like around us. It's hard to see in this lighting. When I put like the photo up, it'll be easier. Oh, here you go. You can kind of see it. So those orbs like glow in the black lights. And I think that's all that glows in the black light. I think maybe some of these glitters down here in the water glow in the black light, but I'm pretty sure it's just like the sun and us and like some of the highlights on the rocks. Yeah, that is the painting that I finished. I upcycled this a pair of jeans into this little dress. I feel like it came out so cute. This is like such a fun little floral number. Obviously, I tried to make it in like a more 70s like type of aesthetic, but it's kind of like giving off a little bit 90s vibes in a way. Maybe just because like the floral pattern. But this was a little like strap from a bralette type of thing that my friend gave me, like a rave bra. And then the blue lace is from a pair of socks. Same with this. And then I made little tiny bows out of that same strap, and then I just like had these little pearl beads laying around for quite a while, so I glued them on. I feel like it turned out so cute. And yeah, the fabric is like stretchy enough that I didn't have to put a zipper in, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, made these out of a pair of jeans. My godmother had gave me a blanket a while ago, then when she was moving. So I turned that blanket into a vest, which I think it came pretty sick. I wanted to make it like a reversible jacket originally for Joey, but there just wasn't enough blanket to make the sleeves, so it ended up turning into a vest. Here's the back, super cool. Also, I think if I would have made it into like maybe like a extra small size, there probably would have been enough blanket for sleeves, but Joey is a large, so that's why there was not enough. But yeah, I kind of like love how the pockets came out because I did like the other side of the blanket for the pockets, and it's just like a really cool blanket. Fuck this blanket though, honestly, because it had made me have to bring my sewing machines into the shop repair, which was really annoying, because it was so thick. It kind of like broke so many needles and like just fucking aligned my whole entire machine, but it's fine. It's done, thank the Lord. I'm working on a purse, like a tote bag with the scraps of this, but I have to hand sew the rest of it because like I will not put that fabric anywhere near my machine ever again. That's the last time I ever want to work with that type of blanket too, so that is the one and done thing. But yeah, that vest is actually on my defab right now. I'm just waiting for Joey to get a chance for me to like put it on him so he can model it so people can see like what it looks like on, because it doesn't look as good on the floor as it does like on a body, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you are large and you want that vest, go grab it. And then the last thing I did was just finish the hem on these pants. I had made these pants a while ago. They're just like these quilted little patchwork pants, but I made them like short originally for some reason, like that high water like look. I don't know why, because like I don't even like that look. But I think it was because I ran out of quilting little scraps. Because this I made out of a bunch of scraps that someone had gave me. She makes like blankets out of quilts. She makes quilts that are blankets. I don't know, whatever. She makes quilts and she would give me her scraps. So I didn't have like enough scraps for this project to add the bottom, so I kind of just like left them as like little high water type of pants. But when I tried them on recently, I was like, I kind of don't like this like short pant look. So I added these like little flappy things. Oh yeah, because she recently gave me a whole nother bag of scraps of her quilting stuff, so I actually had a bunch more. So I was like, oh, okay, perfect, I can add them to this. And there were some like replicas, so they kind of like match. And yeah, it's just super cute. They also like look so much more fun now. They kind of give like clown vibes, but like in a good way. But yeah, I think that's all that I made for the month of November. pretty solid month. Oh, actually, no, there was a couple more things, but I don't have them on me because, like I said, I completely forgot that December was here and I was supposed to do this, everything I made in November. But I did make a pillowcase and a runner for somebody at my job because she asked me to do so. So she's a nice lady, so of course I did. I don't have a photo of it, I don't think, but I did show part of it in my last video. So if you really want to see the pillowcase and runner that I made, go watch the video before this and you can find out. And then after that, I also made a floral patchwork skirt out of the like top part of the jeans that I turned into a dress. Since they were jeans, I had like the belt like part left, and then I also had like leftover like floral fabric from this other floral patchwork dress that I had made. So I used the leftovers of both of those projects and turned it into like a little mini skirt. It's like a medium large. I think it's more like a medium, but all the measurements are on the listing. But yeah, it's super freaking cute. It's just like a floral, groovy little ruffle mini skirts. And yeah, that is everything that I made in November. I'm excited to see what December brings. I'm already on like a good start because I already made 4 things and it's December 2nd. So hell yeah, good for me. Also, kind of got lucky because December started on Monday and my work week, I guess, like my actual like day job work week doesn't start until Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesdays are like when I do my actual work. So yeah, 3 things already off the bat. Hell yeah, actually 4 things, right? I said 4 things? Yeah, because I made a tote bag, 2 flannels, a shirt, and yeah. Thick. Okay, so tell me what your favorite thing was that I made this month. I'm gonna go with my favorite things where, you know, it's always so hard to pick because I feel like I can't compare like my clothes to the art, like the painting type art stuff, you know what I mean? So for me, definitely my engagement painting and the little mushroom and tea light things right here. I feel like these are just always so fun with the neon. And then for clothes, probably the floral dress. Yeah, definitely the floral dress. Okay. I will see you guys next week. We're doing a styling video next week then, actually, because I had no idea that it was December already. And you know what's crazy? There's only like 3 weeks till Christmas. Like, what? December's like so short. Wild. Okay. Bye.